Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna if you're new here, and today I want to try out a new video, at least to this channel, because I have been loving watching these and they always give me so much motivation for the next month. But it's a monthly reset video, and I'll probably change and kind of adapt this just depending on what parts I like, which parts I, from month to month might want to just get rid of. So I set some goals up for the month of June. So we're going to look back on the month of June, and then we're going to set some new goals up for July. My June intentions, the first one was to be more present. The second was to be more intentional with my time. The third was to reevaluate my priorities. And the fourth was to thoroughly enjoy vacation. So I think I did very well at honoring them while looking back. The one about being more present, I am a huge future focused gal, especially this is the whole video pretty much is looking towards the future and how we can improve. So I'm constantly daydreaming about the future. I just wanted to have moments where I slowed down and I was fully about the present. It's definitely not a one and done kind of thing. It's just something to practice and constantly bring back to. So I can see this resurfacing in a future month as well, but I feel like I did a good job, especially while we were on vacation, of just pausing and saying, okay, let's not think about anything else right now. Let's just focus on our surroundings and be here in this moment. So that's a practice I think that anyone can benefit from during pretty much any season of life. Be more intentional with my time. I specifically did a fun practice, although I thought it was fun. Most people probably won't think that it's fun, but I downloaded the app called Toggl. And that was so that I could track every single bit of my time. Every little thing, I broke it down, and they give you a pie chart at the end of the day. And also if you keep it up for a week, you can see a week. You can see whatever set amount of time you want to see, and then it'll break down, okay, so you spent 31% of your time on this activity, 13% of your time on this activity. The whole thing with being intentional with time was a huge success without doing much else other than being aware of where you're spending your time, being more intentional to doing the things that you actually want to be doing rather than just burning time on other things. That can be such a good way to get a lot of your life back. And then also reevaluating priorities. I put that on there because I wanted to just look at all of my work goals. I'm a very multi-passionate person, so I get super excited with different things that I want to do so much, but I just wanted to reevaluate my priorities, see how much I had time for, and just really, determine that. And the last goal about thoroughly enjoying vacation, I wanted to put that on there because we were gone for a full week out of the month of June. We went to Cabo for our Babymoon. I actually created a vlog of that trip, so if you'd like to see more of that, you can. I posted that just a few days ago. So those are all of my June intentions. Now let's move on to my June goals. So we're just gonna breeze right through them, and we're either gonna talk about whether they were hit or missed. So for the professional category, it was to hit a certain number in monthly sales. I did reach that, short about $150, but I am giving that one to myself because I pretty much reached that billing goal. My second goal was to sign 2 new ongoing clients for the month in June, and I did hit that goal. For Personality City, I created 2 goals there. The first one was to post once per week on Instagram. The second was to post 2 YouTube videos. So I created those goals, but then after reevaluating my professional priorities, I decided to put Personality City more into a blogging space lane, and that's where I was going to create content for it. So I'm going to create a blog post a week on personality.city for the coming month. That is my new goal for that. But I did miss both of those goals because I decided not to invest in that time-wise. And then I created 2 goals for myself that had to do with my own content, and one was to post 1 reel per day in the month of June. Now I created this goal after my Instagram account got hacked because I had lost so much of the platform that I had, and it wasn't even much of a platform really, but I was just trying to get back to where I was. And in order to do that, my idea was just to do a reel a day. And so I gave myself a 66 reel day challenge. Now I have been posting reels, but definitely not once per day. So we'll consider this goal as missed. And then Another goal for my own self was to post one YouTube video every Wednesday. And when I reevaluated my professional priorities, decided to start posting on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I did post 3 videos in the month of June, but I was not consistent about posting every Wednesday. So I'm gonna consider this goal missed as well. My last goal in the professional category was to clarify professional priorities. And so like I said, I did do that. So my goals, I feel like for July, are a lot more spot on. Now let's breeze through our personal list. So one goal was to enjoy and document the Babymoon in Cabo, which I did. The other was to read 4 books, which I also did. The next was to stop snoozing my morning alarm, which I'm going to consider as missed because I did try to do this desperately, but given the pregnancy, like where I'm at with hormones and pregnancy and all of that, it has been a real struggle to wake up on time in the morning. The next was to prioritize timeliness and showing up early for places. I am not great at showing up early for places. I either show up late or right on time. I'm not good at showing up early because I feel often that it's time wasted. But I do want to respect other people's time and be better about this and just grow in this as a human. Next was to clear out our front room for the nursery, but mostly I wanted to clean out the closet in that room that was just full of my own personal stuff in order to make way for baby's nursery. Next was to send out baby shower invites. Now, I wasn't really sure who would do that, so we kind of at the very beginning of the month organized that with my sisters and mom, and my sister took that on and did send out the first wave of baby shower invites in June, and I'm really glad that that is good and covered, and my baby registry is pretty much all done by this point. And then the last personal goal was to put together a photo album for 2021. I have already categorized and organized all the photos for 2021. I have just not yet ordered them. So I need to order them. I haven't yet done that, and I plan to either do that today or tomorrow because it's June now of 2022. I need to get my photo album done for 2021. I put one together every year. I've just been procrastinating actually ordering it and putting it in a book. And then moving on to my financial goals, I put to add a certain amount to my emergency fund, which I did, and I added more than my goal. The next was to purchase a crib for baby's nursery, which we also did. The next was to remove all automatic payments from credit cards. We have been prioritizing getting out of debt, and we got debt free in November of last year. It was a big thing that my husband and I wanted to do for the year, and we accomplished that goal. We're so proud of ourselves. A big thing is to get rid of spending on credit cards, which we did. We keep them in our safe, but there were still a couple lingering automatic payments that were coming out of credit cards that we were just lazy about moving over to our bank account. I think there was 3 in particular that was still coming out of my cards that I just hadn't logged into the specific domain where I needed to move it over to my bank account or my debit card. And so I made that a priority. And so now everything is switched over to a debit card or to a bank account, and there's no automatic payments being drawn out of a credit card. Next is to ensure taxes are set up properly. Now, we have been having some issues just the last 2 years just with our taxes that not enough is being withdrawn. We don't really know what's happening. So one of my goals was to investigate that. I did investigate it more, although that is not fully done. We haven't edited our, W-4s to match the research that I did. So that still needs to be done. Next was to underspend on groceries in our category, which I thought would be pretty easy considering we were out of town for a week out of the month. But I actually missed this goal. So I did not underspend on groceries. We spent the same amount because we spent a lot on snacks and things for our puppy sitters and house sitters who was watching Kevin while we were gone. So we actually didn't hit this goal. So even though we didn't underspend on groceries, we actually did underspend on eating out. So our food budget itself was lower than it is in a typical month. So that was good at least. But the groceries budget itself stayed pretty consistent, and we underspent on a few categories. We overspent on a few other categories. Then another financial goal was to activate our vacation cards at Wells Fargo. Now I ordered ATM cards to specifically draw out of our vacation fund that I had set up for the trip, but we were having some issues with them, mostly because every time we went to activate them, They told us they were already activated, although we did not activate them. And I canceled it once, had them resend them over, but again, same thing. I still need to really, figure out what's happening with the vacation cards. We ended up just transferring money over to our checking and spending on our debit cards. But the goal was to be able to just spend directly out of the account where our vacation spending was already. And then the last financial goal was to pay Paul's dental bills. That was just a little note to self, and it probably didn't deserve to be on the list, but we did it. Yeah, we paid those bills. Now moving on to the health category, one of my goals was to limit coffee consumption to Saturdays only. Some of that was because during my second trimester, I have been getting some issues with digestion again. And so I've been drinking black tea in the mornings. And so the only caveat I would put to this goal is that I switched it to the weekend. So coffee drinking on Saturday and Sundays, but then tea drinking during the week for less caffeine and less digestive stimulation. And so I consider this an achievement because I'm now in the habit of drinking tea Monday through Friday and drinking coffees on the weekend. And that's what I was hoping to do. Next was going to the gym 10 times this month. And I'll consider that one achieved. It's June 29th right now while I'm recording this. And I am going to go on my 10th and final gym day tomorrow. So considering this one achieved, I was really good about doing this and tracking this month. So I'm proud of myself. And another health goal I set for myself was to schedule an appointment with a prenatal chiropractor. And I did do that. My appointment is on Friday of this week. So I'm super excited to go to the prenatal chiropractor for the first time. And yeah, that was a huge priority of mine that I did accomplish. And then the last health goal was just to eat more whole foods as snacks. So I have been, packing every morning. I usually have like a really light breakfast to go with my supplements and then a mid-morning snack. And so those snacks itself haven't been super good for me. Just certain things like fruit bars, cereal bars, Baby Bell cheeses, that kind of thing. I just wanted to do more whole foods as snacks like fruit and vegetables. I set a goal for myself to do more whole foods as snacks, which I did achieve. So that was the month of June. Now let's look at the month of July. So my 3 July intentions are: I want to listen better, I want to be more aware of love languages, and I want to be consistent with my schedule. So these 3 intentions really matter to me. Learning to listen better, I think, is just a human skill that we all need to grow on, not to listen to respond, but to listen to truly understand and hear the other person. I want to be way better about this, and I put a book on my reading list this month that has to do with listening specifically. So I will let you know how that goes, but that is an intention of mine for the month of July. Also, being more aware of love languages, just of my own love languages, of what I'm receiving and from who, and how much I'm giving and to others in their own love language. I just want to be more conscious of it and aware of what I'm getting and what I am giving out in return. I'm going to think about that more actively and try to engage in other people's love languages and meet them where they're at. And then being more consistent with my schedule. For the month of June, I created a master schedule for Monday through Friday, breaking my time into 5 different time blocks or sections of time per day. I have it broken down even further of what my ideal day looks like, which does shift around, but I just want to be really consistent with that. And if I am, then I will way more easily hit some of the professional goals that I set for myself, since I only hit about 50% of them last month. I think just being more consistent with my schedule and being really conscious of that will help me to achieve those other goals. Now for July goals, here are the goals that I set in the professional, personal, financial, and health categories. In the professional category, my 2 work-related goals are the same as last month. And that is because with the work input that I put in and the output that I received, I should be able to reach these goals, and they are still a stretch because if I'm able to do these every single month, such as reaching this billing goal and to gain 2 new ongoing clients every month, then I'll be on a very big upward trajectory. So my first goal is to reach a certain amount in billing. And then the next goal is to just gain 2 new ongoing clients. New clients that are only on for a shorter than a 3-month contract do not count as ongoing, or if they're very clear that they're only purchasing for a 3-month run, they don't count as ongoing. But if they're on a quarterly, 6-month, or a year contract, then they count as an ongoing client, so I put them towards this number. Then for Personality City, I knocked down this goal to just one, and that is to post 1 blog post per week on Wednesdays. For my own content accounts, I created an Instagram goal and a YouTube related goal. My Instagram related goal is to finish the 66-day challenge for creating a reel. So I want to post 1 reel every day in July. Let's see if we hit this, because I've been struggling to do every day a lot of times. I think the longest streak I maybe hit was, I want to say 14 days, as I posted a reel for 2 weeks. So if I did that, I can do it. And then my YouTube goal is just to post a Tuesday and a Saturday video. I actually plotted out my full content list for the month of July, which I haven't done before on YouTube. And I think that's going to help me to be more consistent with the content that I put out. For my personal goals, because I've been getting more into audiobooks, I increased my reading goal. Instead of reading 4 books like last month, I put my goal to read 6 books this month. Also in the personal goal category, I put to plan a new experience for my 27th birthday. That is one thing that I really love doing every birthday, and my birthday is coming up in July on the 24th, is just to do a brand new experience. And so I put that, and I'll be turning 27 on the 24th. Another goal is just to go to the lake this month. It may seem like a pretty easy goal in summer, but I noticed that if you're not prioritizing certain summer bucket list things, it's a lot harder to do. Another goal within the month of July is to go camping. Paul and I have a bunch of camping supplies. We actually haven't just gone out, just the 2 of us, with our little puppy Kevin. So we're hoping to do that. And maybe July isn't the best month for it. So we'll kind of evaluate, if it's too hot. But I would love to go camping. That would be really fun. Don't judge me for this last personal goal, but it is to train Kevin to be free in the house. So right now when we leave him, we put him in his crate. And he has been crate trained really, really well. He loves it in there. He will go on there on his own, and it's really cool and easy in there. He has a lot of anxiety when he's outside of his crate. So he actually howls in the house when he's outside of his crate. And one condition to having him in this townhome, which is not a necessarily pet-friendly place to rent, is that we could have him as long as he never barked or made a noise. So it's been giving me a lot of anxiety to leave him at home thinking that he's going to be loud. So we just need to really prioritize, though, house training him so that he can be free while we're gone and outside of the house, because it is not ideal to leave him in there. Then I just made 3 financial goals this month, and one is to grow our emergency fund amount from X amount to X amount. The next financial goal is to purchase Disneyland park hopper tickets. Paul and I are going to Disneyland with his family in August, and so saving up for those park hopper tickets is a big goal for ourselves this month. And then last is to purchase the Born to Birth course. This is by a content creator, or a doula really, but she's a birth educator named Bridget Taylor. And I love her content, and I am just really, really excited to go through her course. I've done a lot of research on it, and I think it's going to be perfect for what I need. And so I've been looking into different birthing courses and classes that I can take. I've decided on this one that this is going to be a really effective one for me. So to save up for it and to purchase it is a goal for the month of July. And last, I just created 2 health goals for myself for the month of July. The first is to take a prenatal yoga class. So I do yoga in the morning when I wake up, but I'd love to just take a prenatal class in of itself. And the next is to do a full month long, so a 30-day or 31-day, because July is 31 days, but most of them are 30 days, so we'll see which I find. But just to find kind of a 30-day leg challenge to do, because right now I would say that is kind of an insecurity of mine, is because I have been, switched up my schedule and I'm spending more time at an office. My just muscle tone in general has kind of gone down in the past, I want to say like 1.5 years or so. And that has become kind of an insecurity of mine. So I was like, let's stop talking about insecurities and do something about them. So I made a goal for myself to just do a 30-day leg workout challenge. So I'm going to find one on Pinterest or something to do, and I'm going to do that every day. So those are all of my goals for the month of July. I am really excited for this upcoming month. It doesn't look like it's going to be too crazy packed. We just have my birthday, which is on the 24th. We have 4th of July weekend also that will just be full of some barbecues and spending time with family. We have those couple outdoor goals that I want to do, like going to the lake and bringing Kevin to the lake and going camping. And then also we have my dad's birthday. So I am 2 days away from my dad's birthday. So we kind of do birthday celebrations for us both. His birthday is on the 26th. So we have our birthdays towards the end of the month, but otherwise it's a pretty mellow month. We're not really going anywhere. August is actually going to be a really, really busy month, and so is September, so is October. So I'm looking forward to having just a consistent, good, steady July full of tons of summer activities, tons of hard work, because August I'll have 2 different baby showers in August, one for the Oregon family, one from the Nevada family, and then we're going to Disneyland in August as well with all of my husband's family. And then in September, my sister is getting married, so I am super excited for her for that. And then October, baby is due. So a lot of really fun things that are in the works. That is the gist of it. So thank you so much for watching this first monthly reset video. I am so excited to do more of these in the future and just to keep seeing what works and what doesn't work. And yeah, I would love to hear your own goals, maybe for the month of July or how your month of June went. And I cannot wait to catch you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.